So as promised, we're getting on with the review of the 578 GLS Pro Fit Holster from Safariland. Comes packaged standard Safariland clamshell. It's got the standard fit guide on the side. It's got a little more information over here at the SKU, and it actually gives out several of the guns that it fits, all the way up to a Grand Power, Glock 17, blah, whatever. Basically, as I've said a million times, it'll be when hell freezes over when I start stocking holsters, but Safariland has pretty much made me eat my words. What they've come out with is a multi-fit, almost universal holster, okay? There are 6 models, and when you look on the website, whether mine or anyone else's, but preferably mine, what you'll see is there are 6 different models of this. Realistically, what you're getting is more holster for a different SKU, okay? Guys that spend a lot of time on the range know this trick. You buy a standard holster, as long as it's open bottom, you can stuff anything from a subcompact, compact, full size, long slide, anything. And what'll happen is you end up with a little bit of protrusion, okay? It saves money. We all have drawers and drawers. This is a Glock 23, or in 9mm world, Glock 19, okay? It doesn't stick out. In fact, it's a little recessed, okay? But what you have is you have one holster. Just say you were buying a holster for a Glock. You're primarily a Glock guy. You have a carry gun, you have a full-size gun, you have a whatever. You know, you got a subcompact tossed in your car. Conceivably, you're going to end up with 3 holsters, especially if you're one of the people that absolutely has to have a closed bottom. Closed bottom, to me, indicates either an old school guy who's using a handmade holster or somebody that doesn't understand the cleaning frequency of his gun. Argument for closed bottom holster is that it gets less dirty. My argument is clean your gun. Don't worry about it. All right, so the 2 questions that everyone will ask regarding this holster, given that it does have a retention device, is how does this compare to XYZ holster? And they're all going to start with Serpa. Okay. Love it, hate it, whatever. I have my own personal opinion about a Serpa, okay? And it's not negative, okay? The Serpa had a problem with the button jamming up when you're rolling around. Look, I'm over 50 years old. I'm probably X number of pounds. I guarantee you I'm X number of pounds overweight. I'm just not going to go there. I am not going to be thrown out of an airplane at 30,000 feet, subjected to dust storms in Iraq, nor am I going to crawl on my belly for hours on end under withering fire. I'm not going to take one of the classes where they have you flop around on the ground like a wounded duck, firing, between your legs. I've done this. I'm out of that. What I want is a holster to carry my gun from point A to point B, allow me to retrieve it in a relatively safe fashion, on and on and on. Now, I have never had a Serpa jam, okay? Safe fashion. There was the problem with the button where your finger went in the wrong spot. Okay. This brings up A, training, and B, stress levels. Once again, I do not have arrest powers, which means no one is fighting me for anything. Maybe they'll try to fight me for my gun. Whatever. Any type of retention device, unless you're working with a level 3 retention holster where you got to do 18 manipulations and a combination code and say the magic words before the gun comes out, you're going to have a concern about retention. What I can tell you is that how this compares is that it is released simply by making a grip. This lever right here is depressed when you grab the gun. Now, doesn't matter where your finger is. Yes, It does, but the finger is not pushing down and activating anything. The reason it matters where your finger is because you could end up in the trigger, just like you could with a Serpa. Okay? If you work on index points and it becomes second nature, then no, you do not have a problem. Retention of the gun is fine. Anybody that grabs your gun is going to release your gun every bit as much as anybody that put their hand on your Serpa is going to release it. Furthermore, the 511 thumb brake where you push down, anybody that grabs your gun fully is going to be able to do it. So how does this compare? Well, it holds my guns, point A to point B. It allows me to get them out, so it compares favorably with any holster made. What I do enjoy about this is one holster fits 226 guns. That's the number they give. When I was talking about variations, they have a subcompact holster. It's basically cut off to here. They have a compact holster that is cut off to here. They have, this is the full size, which is, as you can see, and they have a long slide. So it's about the amount of coverage you want. If you have a 17L or whatever else classifies as a long slide, I'm looking, 34, 35, 17L classifies as a long slide, and you would like that covered at all times, but yet want to save some money, real simple, buy the long slide and put your compact in it. This is a standard with a compact in it. Likewise, Glock 35 sticks out the end a little bit. Is there a concern about snagging? No. I don't really know how you would snag on a properly made holster with a good sized channel. It's not really possible. If you're sitting down on a regular basis and your holster is digging into the mud, your barrel of your gun is digging into the mud, well, number one, you're wearing this a little low in your ass, and number two, nothing's going to save you. If you like paddles, this is a great design in that there's a video online on our website that we linked up showing how this all works. This is sturdy as hell. And this right here is a nice catch that then hooks under. So it's lift up, push out, and then withdraw. Me personally, I like the belt, but you know, I just, no. If I'm going to wear this stuff, Dan, chances are good it's going to be inside the waistband and call it a day. All right, so the review on the holster. I've run this thing a bunch of times. I don't even notice it's there. So we've done the compact lock. It fits great. What you'll notice is you get a little bit of rock here. They give you this really cool adjustment tool. It's basically an Allen wrench kind of stuffed into this T-handle. You come in here, you adjust this. Basically what it does is it puts more pressure on the underside of whatever firearm is in there and makes it awesome. So conceivably you're teaching a class on the range and you're going to work with one of your students' guns. You have this holster. You pure and simple stuff it in. You make your moves, you go. If you're going to run it for a little bit of time, you pull this out, adjust, everything's beautiful. So everybody wants to see everything. So here's the 23. Here's the 34, 35. Right? And the speed of it. I haven't had to change anything on my grip. One thing that's going to drive a lot of people nuts, because they hate it, but they also hate the brass magwell at the bottom or the big chrome magwell at the bottom of that race gun. This holster allows you to do something that everyone will teach you not to do. But the bottom line is we all, in some way, form, or fashion, pushing for speed, do it. It allows you to scoop. Okay? I did not once land on it to push down. Okay? I did not once land on it, have to activate something, push the rear thumb brake, and then withdraw. No. All I had to do, in essence, was come up past the gun and take it away. Now, have I formed a real firing grip? No, but, you know, I'm sitting in a warehouse on a desk. Okay? All right, let's move on a little bit. This 1911 is going to have a little bit of a problem because of the aftermarket wide deals, safeties. But in the activated position, goes in, it does hit here, can be loosened up. If this is your primary, it's fine, works great. Right? My biggest problem is that I continually hit the damn button. No matter what I do, I hit it, which is, in my opinion, a great thing. All right, what happened here was I jammed something. There is a button, or there is a trip lever down at the bottom. I'm not sure that you can see it. There's a trip lever down at the bottom that the front of the trigger guard hits. Once that hits, it rolls the lock up, okay? Pushing this up allows that lock to drop down. Well, if you're goofing around like I was, you'll activate the lock, you won't be able to get the gun back in. Of course, and again, I've never known anybody that lost points, time, or their life because they holstered too slowly. If you're screwing around and that button comes up, it's real simple. Push this button, push that thing down, okay? You come back in it, the gun is locked, push the button, and it comes right out. So, standard 1911, 2011. I would have, this is a gun that I compete IDPA with. It's also USPSA legal. I would have absolutely and utterly no problem running this in a competition. It is fast. When I compete, I want almost zero retention on my gun. That said, you know, if you've ever watched me compete, you realize I don't run, but the times that you do have to run, I am a little concerned with the gun coming loose. With this, no concern that the gun's going to come loose until I actually hit it. Okay? Which, going back to street, that's exactly my philosophy. I am the retention on this gun. This has got just enough fiddle before somebody coming across upside down is able to hit this and take it away. If they come up behind you, they will be able to get a full firing grip, and, you know, unless you're comfortable with being hugged in public by strangers, you'll notice it. All right, moving on. Beretta 92 piece of crap. Good gun, but not my favorite. All right. Beretta 92 goes in, locks, fine. Hit the button, pull it out. And now, a Glock 21, what I consider to be a wide frame, or wide slide. Okay? We have covered just about 80% of the guns. Let me show you what will not work. And it says, even on the website, it doesn't show it. A little Walther P22. Pretty much, you're screwed. You know, you're not going to be taking that to a class anyway, probably. Where the wide designation, remember I said there's six versions of this gun? 2 of the 6 versions are what's considered a wide frame. If you know anything about XDs, or you can see it there, if I hit it just for a second, you'll be able to see that the frame is actually wider than the slide. XD is a good gun. They just built the frame a little bit wide. Now, it will not enter the holster. It won't. This is what you need the wide for. Wide frame, wide slide. It's a 750 or a 450 designation. Okay? It's a wide frame. So that's it. The Safariland 578 GLS Pro Fit Holster is a one holster, fits all. You deserve this. Get it? Have fun at the range. Enjoy.